All right, kia ora whanau. Welcome. Whanau Freedom Project. Kia ora everybody. My name's Tracy B, aka Whole Food Māori Girl, and coming to you from Melbourne, Australia. And I'm super excited that you've all joined us tonight on our Whanau Freedom Project. If you haven't seen what we're doing at the moment and what we're all about, we are all about bringing us beautiful Māoris together, or anyone from Aotearoa, and just sharing and, sharing and showcasing what's going on in, I don't know, just in the world. Now, we've got a special guest on tonight, Stacey Taylor. Like I said, if you guys have been watching my feed, if you don't know who Stacey is, you guys need to get with the program, man. Super excited to have him on tonight, and my co-host Miri, love you heaps, babe. Now I'm not going to talk too much tonight. I'm just gonna we're gonna always start off with a karakia, so if we could just bow our heads and then we'll get straight into it. Yeah, that'd be awesome. E te atua manaki te mamato I tēnei pō, o mai ke mātou te kaha me te kororia ake amene. Cool. Thank you. Kia ora. So just briefly, we've brought together a really beautiful lineup tonight, and I want to thank all of you who are joining us. If you guys have anything to say, any big ups, any love, any aroha, if you look down on the right hand side, you're able to type your messages in there. And I'll be checking them out and seeing if we have any time to answer any questions at the end. So please feel free to add any value, or you just want to say hi, that'd be awesome. So I'm going to pass it over to my beautiful friend Miri. Now I met Miri a wee while ago. I've never met Miri face to face. The beautiful world of the World Wide Web now connects us all over the world. And I love this because I'm allowed and able to connect with people all over the globe. And Miri and I connected, and we've been really good mates ever since. And we've brought together the Whanau Freedom Project, and I'm really grateful to you, babe, for being part of this with me. I couldn't have done it without you and all of the beautiful people on here tonight. So I'm going to pass it over to Miri, and she's going to have a little korero to you about, I don't know what she's going to talk about tonight actually, but she's always got something pretty cool to say. So take it away, baby.
Oh, kia ora. Thanks for that. Well, I'm a bit like you, Tracy. I just happen to know that a lot of people are going to be dying to hear what it is that our guest speaker's got to share. So it's my absolute pleasure to interview our guest speaker, Stacey Taylor. Thank you, Stacey, for coming along. Stacey's got a hot clothing label called Rumour, and for those of you that are watching now or are going to be watching the recording later on, you can check that out easily enough on Facebook. He's got a Facebook page for that, and he's wearing the threads right now. We're going to talk a wee bit about that because he's a bit of a business guy, but I think what's caught everyone's attention is Stacey's heartfelt plea. Oh, there's one man. A heartfelt plea to the people of Aotearoa on Facebook after being a victim of a home invasion and seeing youth in trouble. Kia ora, Stacey. Now, we'll unmute you. You did a video, for those that don't know, and it went viral. So can you tell us firstly, how many views was it at last time you checked? And why do you think people love it so much?
I think it's nearly at 600,000. I think 580,000 views now. So I think the reason people love it so much is when I did the video, I only thought that, maybe a few hundred people might see it, but it just goes to show that if there's a concern or an upset, or there's a serious problem in our communities and someone voices it, well, it just shows how fast it can grow and how deep it is and how bad it is. So I'm just glad that talking to people and the messages and stuff that have gone down, it's just neat to know that everyone's on the same page. We've all got a different sort of take on it, but we're all on the same page with it all. So that's the most important thing, and that's what I'm most proud about the whole thing, is that us as a country, we all care about it.
Yeah, Well, it all sounds pretty life-changing, going viral overnight and then sort of having these social issues getting bounced around. And I guess it seems like something good is coming out of something that could have seemed like a really bad situation, having a home invasion and the stuff that you talk about, to do with youth at risk, what you discovered during the family group conference and stuff like that. It's good to think that something good can come out of it, because that's what we like to look at, is how to uplift and inspire and all that sort of thing. So obviously you're a family guy yourself and a business guy, and you've been presented with this situation and you've had a little bit of time to breathe and let it all sink in. What can you see yourself wanting to change, or that you want to see different for our youth? In your video you mentioned shutting down the houses and dealing with the kids, but I know you also coach and you're into sport. And what do you think we could be doing in practical terms? Yeah,
well, I have a lot to do with kids, and I do that because my kids play sport, and so I just wanted to be involved with my kids and other kids, and I thought, for me, my way to give back to the community is to be involved. I coach rugby at the moment for my son. And I know that there's a lot of kids out there without dads, and there's a lot of families that are having a rough time, and a lot of those kids end up at rugby. So that's where I spend a lot of my time and try to be involved with kids. We had kids in our team this year that didn't have boots, and we rallied around to get them boots. And I just think it's every Kiwi kid's right to play sport, whether you can afford it or not. If boots is this is a cool thing about social media. When I got my new team this year, there was 3 boys without boots, and I put one post up, and within a short space of time, I had more boots than I knew what to do with. You know what I mean? So, that's the cool thing about Kiwis. So, moving forward, now that we've got the awareness, I think it'd be pretty cool to just start a movement based around it. Just an awareness. That if we see a kid in trouble, that we might be able to step in. Or I know it's such a touchy subject; it's so hard to do anything. But I think awareness is the first step, at least. I think the houses need to be shut down, and I think that we need to rally around to, for the police to change, the governments to change the law, to give the police a little bit more freedom without the backlash, to put pressure on these houses, at least put pressure on them to a point where they leave our kids alone, That's where I see it starting. We've got to protect our kids, and it's so mind-blowing to me in this country that this is going on, and we've got, this is just one issue, what about the child abuse, all these issues that we live in one of the most amazing countries, and it's just mind-blowing to me that we've got to this point where people have to make a video about it to raise awareness to it. So
Oh, well, thank you for doing that. I think you've really proved the power of the internet and how we can come together as a community, and by having an awareness, we can look for the positives and look for the things that we can do as individuals and as an online community as well. So I know that a lot of people that have jumped on here tonight or who are watching the recording will potentially feel motivated to get out into their communities and work with these rangatahi. And there was a comment you made on your video about parents needing to up their game or something like that. What was your message again?
Yeah, I just, to me, if you're a parent, and this is in every area, I'm not saying I'm a perfect parent, don't get me wrong, but the one thing I do every day is I wake up and I try to be the best father that I can be to my kids. And, none of us have perfect situations, let's be real. We're all busy. We've all got stresses. We've all got all of these things going on. We've got kids in multiple places and things going on. But, if you become a parent, that's your responsibility. And, the one thing I think needs to start happening is accountability needs to go on some of the parents that, you know, I'm uptown on a Friday night and I see 10-year-olds uptown on a Friday night at 8, 9 o'clock at night, you know, like I don't even let my 14-year-old son uptown on a Friday night or any night at that time, you know. So you know, if you're a parent, you know, show some pride and show some mana in what you're doing with your kids, you know, like it's your responsibility to teach them how to be great people. And if we don't teach our kids how to be great people, then the cycle just continues, and somebody has to break that cycle, and it might just be you, you know, like it might just be you, or, you know, as a parent that goes, okay, I want better for my kids than what perhaps I had. And I said that in the thing, you know, like, you know, I know some of us have had rough upbringings or whatever, but sooner or later, someone has to stand up and make that change. You know, it's so important. You know, like I feel so heartbroken for kids in New Zealand, and I meet kids all the time. Like I said, I'm involved with sports and I go to schools and different things, and I just see kids in such bad places. And you know, like kids should be happy and having fun and enjoying life and have the support of the family and people around them. So that's a big thing for me, you know, like maybe a little bit of accountability, but, you know, I just hope even just one parent or one person seen that video and made a change for their kids. So if that happened, then, you know, that was a blessing.
Oh, wow. Straight from the heart. Thank you so much, Stacey. You've inspired a lot of people that I personally know already, and I see that you've gotten through to countless strangers as well. So I just actually really want to acknowledge that. And I also wanted to touch on, you know, the idea that with some of those parents or people that are out to break the cycle, we really want to be a stand and let people know that they can ask for help. There are online communities. There are things that we can do. I know that people complain that the health system isn't what it should be and that the government's not doing what it can do, We're the people that are willing to stand up and stand together. If you need help, if you want any support, someone to talk to, we want to have and foster that kind of environment and relationship with our Whanau Freedom Project. And we want to teach financial abundance, and we want to teach how to just really love one another and lift each other up. And we want to touch on our spirituality so that we are connected as people. So I just really wanted to acknowledge that what it is that you've been speaking out about really fits with our kaupapa as well. So we've loved having you along, and we would love to have you again in the future, just to see, you know, what's been happening, even if it's just to talk about any of the chats that you've had in schools or any of your coaching challenges, because we're all looking for tips and tricks and ways to sort of make it a bit more real and achievable for us all on our own level. So if we could have you back sometime, if you'd be keen on that, bro.
Oh yeah, I'll come back. You know, like this, I just believe that each and every one of us deserve to have an abundant life, and that's in every area. You know, like you know, like you deserve to have abundance, and you deserve to have wealth, and you deserve to have love and all of those things. And if anyone ever needs help or advice or just needs someone to talk to, just get in touch. You know, I don't know it all, like I said, but I'm always trying to learn stuff. And you know, we just need to stop that Kiwi thing where we're too proud to ask for help, and just you know, just say, hey, I'm having a rough time right now. You know, like I've been through rough times. I've had to ask for help. I've had friends that have stepped in, and at times we all go through it, you know. Especially if you have kids, it's better to ask for a little bit of help and be able to keep your kids protected and looked after. And one day, who knows, you might be able to pay it forward to someone else. So, you know, let's just make it okay to ask for help, you know, not judge people, and be proud that someone has the courage to ask for help. I think that's important too.
Nice one. Oh, thank you so much for this korero and letting us get to know you a little bit better. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I can just feel that this will ripple out and help people and inspire people. So on a personal level, I'd love to thank you, and also obviously on on behalf of those that don't have their microphones on. If anyone wants to put their tautoko into the chat and let Stacey know whether or not they liked it, go right ahead. And I'm going to hand it back to Tracy B. And, I've actually just got one more thing to add before I do hand it back to Tracy B. For those of you that are keen to catch our next episode in a fortnight, I can confirm, Tracy B, that we have Kim Jackson coming on, and she has been a mental health worker for some years, and she's going to be talking about the correlation between proper nutrition and looking after your mental and emotional health. So that's going to be a really good one. There's a greeting from Mataora there. Thank you, Mataora, and we'd like to get you on again sometime too, bro. So I'll hand it back to Tracy, and hope to catch you around the way. Stacey, I've got your details now, so good luck evading me.
Yes. It's all good.
All right, I'll pop you to Tracy.
Thanks, babe. Kia ora, Stacey. Thank you so much. There are a lot of moments there that tears were welling. I had to hold it all back, and I just want to recap on some of the stuff that you said, and especially around parenting. It's not easy. I get it. And we are busy and all of that. But, if you are struggling, like Stacey said, reach out and ask for help, man. It's not hard, and people are willing to help. And I think, one thing I want to throw in there is, being the inspiration for our children. Monkey see, monkey do. So if you are doing good, they have that foundation. And I did a little chat on one of my lives, and what pulled me out of all of my dark corners was my foundation. I had a very strong whanau, and I knew where I came from, so I knew where to go back. Almost like, what are those two little kids that dropped the little breadcrumbs when they went into the forest, and they followed the breadcrumbs home? I knew where to go back to, and I knew that it was a solid foundation. So I think that's super important within a whānau community, and that can only happen when we're helping one another. And, put down your pride and reach out to those who can help and are willing to help. And you'll be really surprised who is willing to help. But most of the time, people can't help you until you actually ask for it. So, and another thing is go to work on yourself, man. There's a lot of inspirational speakers and people out there that are helping people change their lives, change their mindset. I know that if you hang out with people who are inspirational and are there to give you good vibes, you can feed off that, and that flows onto our tamariki. It's some really good korero tonight, Stacey. Thank you so much. Really lovely having you. I did have one question quickly. Have you heard from any MPs or police or anyone in that, anyone at all, about your live at all?
No, not one message, nothing. Yeah. So, that to me just tells me how in touch our politician, government, the whole system is with what's going on with our families and our communities. It's pretty sad. So
yeah, we never know though. Hopefully behind the scenes they're doing something about it, and it'll come out soon. So, but who knows? But I was just curious to know that. So thank you. So to everyone who joined us tonight, kia ora. Thank you. Thanks for all your love and support in the little chat here. Like Stacey, we thank you very much, Stacey, for joining us, and we would love to catch up with you later down the track. Stacey also has a really cool line of sweatshirts and stuff. There's a fella that promotes your stuff, the rugby league player. Forgive me, I don't know much, but he's hilarious and I love watching his videos as well. He does some good promotions on your sportswear. So kia ora to you and your whānau, and thanks heaps for joining us. Thanks for giving us your time tonight, and thank your whānau for letting you come and join us tonight, taking you away from them. And all the work that you do for your community, kia ora, bro. Thank you so, so much. And Miri, I love you. I love you all, and that's a true story. Without you guys, this Whanau Freedom Project would not be what it is. So thank you all again. We'll just bow our head, we'll have a karakia, and then we'll let you fellas go. E te atua mana ki tia mamato I tēnei pō, o mai ki mātou te kaha me te karoria ake amene. You can all say ka kite anō now. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everyone. Bye, guys. Evelyn.
Bye.
Hi, darling. How are you?
Bye, Anna.
Ka kite.
Bye.